Yeah, nice to be with you. Always nice to be with you. Thanks to anybody for subscribing. If you recently subscribed, fantastic, thank you. If you're watching but you haven't subscribed, hit the button and jab the bell and you won't miss anything. You will be right on. Who is it that says that? That does a video and he sticks his thumb up, says super. Who is it that does that? Wilderness Cooking, if you haven't seen that. Wilderness Cooking. Fantastic. Go and watch that. Yeah, so, prize for the giveaway finally got here. My God. So, more about that in a second. So, our French infantry in greatcoats by... Excuse me a second. I can't reach it. French infantry in greatcoats by Strelets. I believe that's how you say it. I presume that's how you say it anyway. We've been working diligently on them. Not bad figures. One or two sort of quibbles with them. One or two of them in places you just got a little difficulty in seeing where the detail goes. You've got to think a bit, which sort of slows down the painting a bit because you've got to think where the detail goes. One or two of them, the hands are not great. But then having said that, in places the detail is excellent. Like on some of the figures they have on the hair, they have a little ponytail. Not as big as that, obviously, but I mean, you can see a little ponytail, which is a nice touch. Some of the figures have a big handlebar moustache, which is a nice bit of detailing, what I call a soup strainer, a nice tash. One or two of them on the backpacks, they have a pan on the back, the backpack, cooking pan. That's a nice touch. So, enjoyable figures to work on. Sorry, this is only on the iPhone tonight, but you'll see them better when they're done anyway. Yeah, see that one's got, I don't know if you can see that, it's got a pan on the, probably can't see that, it's got a pan on the back, the rucksack, or backpack, or rucksack backpack. And with these figures I've decided to mix up the colour of the greatcoats, because I looked in my books and I looked online at greatcoats, and there was a mixture of colours for greatcoats, anything from browns to greys to even brush and blue greatcoats. So I've done a mixture of brown and grey greatcoats, a couple of blue greatcoats, and I've also done one or two of the figures with brown trousers and not white. So I mixed that up to give them as campaigny look as possible. And when all said and done, I'm going to dirty up the trousers as well, stain them up a bit to give them an even more field-worn look. But that's a grey coat. There's a brown grey coat. Grey coat with brown pants. Prussian blue greatcoat. That greatcoat is so long you can't even see the pants on that guy. Because I know the length of the greatcoats did vary. I suppose it was down to a lot of things, really. You know, what materials you could get, what colour you could get. I know at one point they had a lot of units with white uniforms because they couldn't get the dye. The dye wasn't available. What was it, woad or something they couldn't get. So they had white uniforms. But anyway, that's a blue trench coat. So coming along, all the donkey work's done on these now. You know, all the highlighting on the pants, boots, shako, greatcoats, it was all highlighted and done. And also the skin tone's all highlighted. So it's all what I call little stuff now. It's all small stuff. So we broke the back of this unit anyway. I put in a considerable effort today with them. So yeah, not the best figures in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but I'd say one thing, as much as I got odd quibbles with these figures, but then you have odd quibbles with most figures. I don't think there's a perfect figure. But one thing I will say about these figures, they have a lot of character to them. And in fact, much more character than a lot of other figures. For some reason, they're very full of character, which more than, to me, more than makes up for the odd deficiencies. Very nice. I would certainly buy Strelets figures again. I think I've got them here. Strelets figures. I got a feeling the figures for my Roman trireme, I got a feeling they're Strelets. So yeah, coming along, I'm very pleased indeed. So hopefully crack on tomorrow. Feel okay tomorrow. We'll crack on again and start on the small stuff now. It's just little stuff like all the work on the shako and lapels and just fiddly stuff. It's all the little fiddly stuff. But anyway, that's where we're at with the Strelets French infantry and greatcoats. So the giveaway, I will do the giveaway. Sorry for it being late, but I ordered it slightly late. But even then, I didn't think it would take this long to get here. But we are in the middle of a pandemic, so we'll forgive the Royal Mail. So anyway, this month's giveaway is a stone bridge by Warlord Games. It actually says bolt action, but it also says on the back pike and shot or black powder, so pays your money and takes your choice. So person that comes up with the right answer will get the 28mm stone bridge. It's only about, I think, about 6 pieces to put it together. So even the person with the least modelling experience should be able to construct that bridge, which is great. 6 pieces, whack it together, lick of paint on the table. So this month's question, I've raided my spares box. Some time ago I was online and I happened to see, not in this box, I hasten to add, a load of spares for 135 scale. I couldn't think then. 135 scale. World War II 135 scale, and there was a heck of a lot of stuff there. I mean, absolutely fantastic. As you know, that's around the corner for me, 132, 135, World War II, which I'm looking forward to enormously, which is why I'm pushing on with the naps, to get the naps done. 6 units after this one, and we're done. So anyway, in this spares box, there was a lot of limbs. All sorts, backpacks. It was all junked together, so I had to sort this out. It took me hours to sort through it all, in amongst all the dirt as well, and you know what it's like. But there's all sorts there. Pistols, look, little pistols. Machine guns, MP40s and stuff. Bayonets. I mean, it's just amazing. Binoculars, look, binoculars. Helmets. Helmets. Oh yeah, it's just shovels. Huh, shovels. Just fantastic. I mean, water canteens. Totally wonderful. And there was also a lot of rifles. So here are the rifles that were in it. So what I want somebody to say is very simple. How many rifles are in the jar? I'll leave it here for a second. There you go. How many rifles are in the jar? That's all you got to say. Person that tells me how many rifles are in the jar gets the Warlord Games Stone Bridge. I've counted these out. I counted these out before I made this video. I counted them out. I didn't know. So there was 3 or 4 half rifles, you know, like butts of rifles and stuff, which I've kept for some reason known only to myself. God knows why, but they might do for something. But I've not included them whole rifles. There's a certain number of whole rifles in that jar. So all you gotta say is get my clock. How many rifles are in the jar? See if I get that in focus a bit better. There you go. Yeah. How many rifles are in the jar? First person to give me the exact number of rifles in the jar gets the Warlord Games Stone Bridge. Right, I'm going to go and do whatever I'm going to do now. Probably watch a video with the usual character. Take it easy. Thanks to everybody for subscribing and your comments and whatever. We will see you on the next one.